is not the first country who's been victimized by the US government in the Middle East. Actually, what we're seeing with the sanctions against Iran, we have a deja vu or a repetition of what the Americans did against Iraq in 1990s. It is the same scenario. There is a clear-cut strategy of the US government towards countries in the Middle East. So all these countries who do not accept the Israeli apartheid and what the Israeli regime does to native Palestinians is condemned to sanctions, war, and regime change. Exactly the same thing happened in Iraq after the first Gulf War, when we had around 500,000 Iraqi children who died because the sanctions that the Americans and the British put on Iraq. We have seen the same story in Libya, in Somalia, in Sudan, and in Syria. I mean, US foreign policy is not guided by human rights, but is guided by the request of the Israeli government to totally wipe out the Middle East from any independent government which stands up and speaks for the right of the native Palestinians. I mean, US government is the last country in this world which can speak about human rights, because they are the fanatical supporters of the most aggressive, inhuman, barbaric, medieval regime of the Middle East, which is the Israeli government. They keep the Palestinians like slaves in a zoo.
Right.
They have taken over their country. They do not allow them to participate in elections, and they simply kill them. And the only reason why the US government is attacking Iran is not human rights, is not the kind of system that Iran has. It is principle, because Iran is standing for the human rights of the Muslims and the Palestinians.